Welcome to Answering the Call, the official podcast of the 12th Man Foundation. Our show brings you closer to the heart of Texas A&M athletics through powerful stories of perseverance, purpose, and life-changing opportunities made possible by 12th Man Foundation donors. From student athletes and coaches to former students and dedicated staff, you'll hear firsthand how donor support shapes the lives of Aggie student athletes in competition and beyond. Whether you're a lifelong Aggie or simply curious about what makes Texas A&M so special, you're in the right place. Let's dive into today's episode. Howdy and welcome back to another episode of Answering the Call, the official podcast of the 12th Man Foundation. I am your host, Ivy Robinson, and today I am joined in studio with Aggie men's basketball student athlete Rylan Griffen. Thank you for being here, Ryland, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Ryland, to begin, tell us where you're from, what position you play, and then a unique fact about yourself that you think not many people know.
I'm from Dallas, Texas. I play guard. And one thing that I don't think people know is that I was born with 6 fingers.
What? No way.
Yeah, they had to cut them off. You can still see
you have the scar?
Yeah, on one of them. The other one, it's still there, but you could barely see it. But yeah, it kind of runs with my family. My brother and dad have
That is
6 fingers
crazy.
too.
So it's, a genetic thing. Oh my goodness. Wow. So it never impacted you growing up when you were in sports or anything?
Nah, they cut it off before. I didn't even know I had it. I think
right hand or left hand?
Both of them. But I think this one you can barely see.
Whoa.
But this one is you could really tell.
Yeah.
So I asked my dad one time, I was like, what's this on my finger?
That's cool. You kind of have a
my friends
superpower or something here.
Yeah, it's a little cool. At first I was like, that's kind of weird, but now it's that's kind of cool.
No, I think that's actually really cool. Before we get to the heart of our questions, I have a this or that round. It's kind of like a rapid fire round where I ask you to choose based on what I ask you. So it's going to be this or that, and you choose and tell me why. Okay?
Okay.
All right. The first one is control the aux or trust a teammate.
Definitely trust a teammate. I like to see new flavors from my teammates, and I might steal from them too. So that's kind of why I really want to hear my teammates' flavors and be able to steal from them.
Yeah, I hear the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, routine or spontaneous?
It just depends. Basketball, I like to get in the routine. I got a pregame routine. After shoot around, take a power nap for 30 minutes, then shower, listen to music, then head to the gym. So that doesn't change. But as far as anything else day to day, I'm kind of spontaneous with that.
Maroon or white jerseys?
I like the maroon just because they fit better, I feel like, and we win games in them. So shout out to the maroon.
Yeah. Small town or big city?
I go big city, but I wouldn't live in the city. I would live kind of in one of those small cities, like in Dallas. There's you got Dallas, but there's also Allen, McKinney,
right,
Duncanville, Cedar Hill, Plano. I would live in one of those cities.
Yeah. Okay, playlist, going back to the music, playlist on repeat or shuffle?
Shuffle for sure. Definitely have to get every one of my songs on my playlist involved. So definitely shuffle, because you hear Michael Jackson one time and then you could be hearing Tupac and Youngboy the next thing. It's just 2 totally different flavors of music. So I kind of like that.
What are you typically listening to before a game?
That's something that hasn't changed. I listen to Off the Wall by Michael Jackson. I've been listening to that since I got to college for sure, but almost since high school. My mom used to play it in the car on the way to school when I was in middle school, and I just liked it ever since. So
yeah, it became one of those songs that just meant so much to you.
Mm-hmm.
And
it would just bring back good times. So definitely Off the Wall.
Gaming or movies?
That's a good one. It depends on gaming. I like gaming, but I like gaming to talk to my friends on the game. I don't really like to just. You won't see me just sitting here gaming for hours. Nah, I like to talk to my friends while I'm on the game. So I'm not gonna get on unless they're on. Movies, it just depends on the movie. I like Friday. If they were to make a new Friday, I'll watch Friday before I play any game. But if it was on a day-to-day basis, probably games, because movies, I just run out of movies to watch.
Sneakers or slides?
Definitely slides. I'm a slides guy. Like, I don't wear sneakers that much at all.
Do you have like a ton of slides, like multiple pair?
Yeah, slides, Crocs, slippers, house shoes. I be wearing those. So, yeah, I'm definitely a slippers, slides type of guy.
Apple Music or Spotify?
Apple Music for sure.
Early mornings or late nights?
I'm an early mornings guy. I tried to. Our coach, he likes to go to bed at like 4 a.m. I'm like, nah. You need to be going to sleep earlier so we could get the day over with by noon, 1 o'clock, and then we good for the rest of the day. So, that's why sometimes we be practicing at like 7, because 7 to him is like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So
Wow. Yeah. It's
I'm
so
definitely
interesting.
a mornings person, just seeing how that works. Like, I'm definitely a morning person.
Yeah. We're all so wired differently. Like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely with you on the early to bed, early to rise.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Comedy or action?
That's a good one. I say comedy. I like a good laugh, but sometimes I don't be laughing at comedy. So action is more consistent. Like, I'm always be in tune with the movie doing or the TV show that has the action. So yeah. Probably action actually.
Yeah. Okay, and then last one, corner 3 or a wing 3?
Corner 3 for sure. That's the closest to the rim. So everybody know the corner is a little bit closer than the wing. So corner 3 for sure.
Nice. Okay, Rylan, let's take a step back a little bit. Take us back to when you were a young kid. I want to know what got you interested in the game of basketball and where did the love and passion for the game originate?
When I was young, I was watching, like, my dad he was working. He was doing some work in the living room, and he just had games on like every day, every night. He was watching, but also like working. It was just on in the background. But I used to watch because I didn't have a phone or anything like that. So I saw the Mavericks play Dirk Nowitzki. I saw him playing, and I really liked how he played, and it was fun to watch him play. And he was from Dallas, so it was kind of like, wow, like a dude that good is like kind of right up the street. I could go watch him play up and close. So ever since I seen him play, I started liking basketball. And I think the passion just comes from competitiveness. Like, I like to compete. I like to win games. I like to go against people. It's not fun just doing basketball and you're not really going against anybody. So, like, I just love to compete when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yeah. Is your family a big sports family? Did anyone else in your family play?
Yeah, my dad played and my grandfather played. So my grandfather went to Louisville. My dad went to North Texas. So yeah, it kind of runs in the family a little bit.
Yeah. And was basketball always the focus for you or any other sports?
Yeah, I tried football. I mean, I liked football, and at the time, like, I could catch a lot of touchdowns, but I could just tell I wasn't a football player. I was watching and seeing we had in our district. We had Duncanville in our district, and they like one of the best football schools in the country. So I was like, I don't want to go against them. I don't want to go against them when it comes to playing football. Like, they can hurt you. But Duncanville was over there too, so they played against each other a lot too. So, but in football, them dudes are. I mean, they're probably some Duncanville players that go to this school, or they're definitely some all around the country in the SEC. Like, so I mean, they're huge. So I don't want to go. And then seeing it when I got to college, just seeing the football players, I'm like, I made the right decision. There ain't no way I want to have to deal with them dudes on the field when it comes to tackling.
You're glad you chose basketball.
Yeah, and getting tackled. No. So yeah.
Well, speaking of high school, I mean, you mentioned I know you were a part of one of the top ranked high school teams in the country. How do you think that shaped your mindset being a part of that high school program? How do you think it shaped your mindset before college?
It just let me know you can win, like, kind of anywhere, because that team we weren't projected to be like one of the best in America. We were projected to be one of the best in the state, but not one of the best in America. And there were some teams that we played that you could say were a little bit more talented, but I felt like we just had more chemistry and heart. Like, Kason Wallace was on that team. He's really good, and he was the guy who was the leader on the team. So we kind of went into every game believing that we should win every game. So we played the #1 team in the country in Dallas. They came from Arizona, and we played them in Dallas, and we beat them. So that felt real good. And after that, we kind of just took off. We kind of knew that we could beat anybody after that. So just playing with them just let me know you could win anywhere, just as long as you have good players and everybody's bought into what you're supposed to do on the court, and you'll win games that way.
Yeah. And I love what you said there. I mean, obviously, you can have talent all day long, but that secret ingredient to success truly is that team chemistry. And I think we've absolutely seen that this year with y'all's team in the program.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it just reminded me, like, my sophomore year team, that was the most connected team I've been on. Just everybody liked each other, and everybody was very, very happy for each other's success. And now, like, this team, I liked how we play together and we play hard for each other. We play real hard for each other. So that's what I really like about this team, and that's why I like all my teammates. And I think they're really, really high-level dudes and players.
Yeah. What are some of the moments that stand out in your mind when you think back, when y'all all arrived here, y'all got here and the season kicked off and y'all were prepping, during the summer, throughout the summer? What are the moments that really stand out to you in terms of building that team chemistry? Like, do you have any favorite memories or things that you think really helped y'all become close?
Just going at it in practice, and to be honest, losing. Like, when you lose, that really, like, helps you get more together. And playing away games, you're more together because you're the only dudes in the gym that are you're the only people that you got on the road is really your own team. So you're not bringing that many fans, that you're going against all they fans and they players and they coaches. So, like, on the road, it just brings you together more. And I think that Auburn win really, really brought us together because we really, like, thugged that one out. We were down 15, and we went on I think, 11-0 run in the span of 30 seconds. So that just really brought us together. And I feel like since then, we've been a lot more connected and tight-knitted, like, especially in conference play. So I think that win was really, really huge for us right now.
Absolutely. That was an incredible win, and congrats to all of y'all on the team for that win. I want to touch on this really quick before we continue talking about the season and the team, but really quick to catch our listeners up to speed, for those who may not know, can you tell us about your recruitment process and the path that you took that has now led you to Texas A&M? Like, just walk us through that path and the journey, the places you've played at.
Oh, yeah. Like, in high school, I heard from A&M, but I kind of didn't, like, feel like I fit, like, that the way that they wanted to play. There's a lot of ways to win, but I feel like me that way wasn't going to help me the most. Like, so didn't really, like, talk to them too much because I didn't really see myself as a fit. So I chose Bama out of high school. Man, Bama, they have a great coach. They have a good system, and I feel like I fit what they were trying to do. So went there, had 2 good years. Feel like I grew as a player and a person.
Went to the Final Four
in
2024.
That was a crazy year just because we weren't projected to do that at all. And we ended up doing it. So it was very, very crazy, but very, very happy for that team and the program for that. But after that, I feel like I was a little too comfortable over there. So I feel like I needed to, like, change and, like, get out, like, that environment. Not that it's a bad environment or anything. It's just I felt like I was too comfortable. I feel like I wasn't going to grow much as a man over there. Not necessarily on the floor. I feel like I would have been fine on the floor, but I just needed to grow more as a man and explore, like, other things. And, like, sometimes you just need to change the scenery sometimes. And not that it was bad there or anything. I just think I needed to change the scenery. So then I went to Kansas, and I feel like with that situation, I kind of, like, in the portal, I didn't really take my time. I feel like I made a quick decision. And I like Kansas. There's good people over there, but if you really break it down, like, they don't really fit how I want to play either. So that's kind of what I said earlier about fit. Like, did it the first time and was successful at Alabama, then went back to not really looking at fit and going where I think I could help that team win. I feel like they needed shooting, but it's different. Like, some teams need shooting because that's how they play. Like Alabama here, you need shooting because you're going to play to that. They need shooting to have it, just to space the floor, to say they got shooting. It's not necessarily, they're not going to play to that. So it was a good learning lesson for me, just off the floor, on the floor. And that goes back to where I feel like I needed to have a change of scenery. I feel like I hadn't gone through adversity at Alabama for real. And I just needed to put myself where I was going to be tested as a man. So I went through a lot of adversity there. And it was a great thing for me because I feel like I grew. I got a lot smarter. I learned that I need to take my time when it comes to big decisions like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need to look at everything. You got to look at how for basketball's sake, you got to look at how these coaches want to play. You got to know that they're not changing anything. So you got to look at past years and see how they play, and then you got to really dissect it. And I think that going through that helped me choose to come here because I seen that coach ran the same system that he ran at Sanford, where take a lot of threes, press a lot, speed the game up, put up a lot of points, change the game, and he's a winner too. He won over there. So just seeing stuff like that. And if you've seen Sanford, like, probably kind of hard to recruit there. So for him to win over there, and he was 3-time coach of the year, made the tournament, almost beat Kansas, actually. That's kind of funny. It kind of reminded me of a situation like Alabama, just like you got a young coach who's fired up, trying to win,
right,
and wants to change the game, not playing the same way that the game has been played in college for years. He come in and change it up, do his own thing. Just like Nate Oates to me. Like, when at that time, I'm like, okay, this coach, he's changing the game. Like, he's doing something different. Like, I want to be a part of that. Same with Bucky Ball. So that's why. And I'm very glad that I took my time this time because I think I made the right decision for me.
Yeah. Man, so many good things you said there. I mean, just like you said, I mean, this style of play, it is fast-paced and it's full court press. I mean, the entire game. And to see, what Bucky and staff did at Sanford and for them to come in and implement that here and this great success that y'all have experienced so far. I mean, I think it just speaks a lot to, the kind of the pillars of that program, the mindset that he's instilled. I mean, the 3 words that he always says, you got to be unselfish, hardworking, and you got to be fearless.
I like it here, and I'm very, very appreciative that Coach Bucky went and got me out the portal. Like, I think I'm glad he called me because it was crazy because he didn't have a job until April, and I was already in, so like, I'm already breaking down my options. Then he just come calling me, and then when I got on the phone with him, I'm just like, man, like, he real passionate about this stuff. Like, he really believe in what he can do. Like, he want to show everybody, and he just got like a gangster mentality. So, it's always fun playing with a gangster, So it's I'm just glad he was able to get me and talk to me, and I was one of his guys that he wanted to be a part of this in his first year.
Well, speaking of Coach McMillan, tell me, what is probably the best piece of advice you've received from him so far in terms of the game of basketball? Maybe it's something he's encouraged you to do on the court or a way to view the game. Like, what has stuck with you so far?
He's definitely changed the way I view it, just from not an X's and O's standpoint, but from a relentlessness standpoint. Like, sometimes you just have to be relentless. And if your whole team plays relentless, like, good things are going to happen most of the time because not every team is going to play relentless all 40 minutes. So that's something that I feel like I didn't really recognize until I got here, that sometimes, a lot of times teams will like take their foot off the gas a little bit and not go as hard as they should.
Yeah, kind of coast a little bit.
Yeah, kind of coast a little bit. So just knowing that you can't really do that at this level if you want to give yourself the best chance to win. So seeing that and just the pressing, like, it's complicated. Like, it looks like we pressing, but it's a lot more. Like, it's complicated on how it works. So I don't want to spill the beans, but it's very, very complicated.
We're definitely not asking you to do that here. Yeah,
it's complicated. So just like from that standpoint, from the and also from the scouting report is more, they keep it kind of simple, and they just be like, they got to play our game at the end of the day. So we just got to make them play our way. So just seeing stuff like that and not thinking like, okay, we got to adjust to them now. Like, make them adjust to us. That's what we should be thinking. So
was it an adjustment for you learning this system coming from Kansas, or did you pick it up pretty quickly?
I think I picked it up pretty quickly. It's very, very similar to Alabama. Not the same, but it's similar. But I did have to get back in the flow. I knew what kind of like the terms and like how they wanted to play, but I still had to get back in the flow because I hadn't played like that for a whole year at Kansas. At Kansas is more, you run a lot of sets, like slow tempo, not as fast. So getting back playing fast, making .5 quick decisions, kind of like not just being out there, just also trying to make an impact off the ball, on the ball. So I had to get back in the flow with that, get back to ghosting. And we didn't really ghost at all at Kansas. We didn't do any of that stuff. So just getting back those terms and getting back under that flow and just realizing like this is the way that he wants to win. Is not Kansas or Alabama. This is the way he wants to win. So you got to get in the flow. Like I said, there's a lot of ways to win. So
Yeah.
I have to get back in the flow and learn how to play his way. But it was pretty easy for me.
Well, something you said earlier, that these teams y'all are playing, you can kind of tell sometimes they'll kind of take a step back, or like we mentioned, that word coast. But I'm curious, in going back to what you said about the exchange you had with Josh Hubbard at the Mississippi State game, he kind of made the comment that, man, you're not going to stop pressing. And you were like, yeah, unfortunately not. But do you find yourself kind of picking up on that same reaction from the opponents? Like, are they kind of just wide-eyed and kind of like, whoa, this is definitely a different level? Is that a common thing you've experienced when playing these other teams?
Yeah, Josh wasn't the first one to say that. That's just the first time I said that they asked that. There's actually been like pretty much every game, and if they don't say it, you could tell. Like
their body
Gillespie
language
from Tennessee, there was a play where there was 8 minutes left, and they were inbounding the ball, and we had just scored. He didn't even want to go get the ball, and he's their point guard. He didn't even move to go get the ball, and they got a 5-second call just because he was so tired. So some say it directly, some indirectly say it. So pretty much every game I've seen it so far.
Yeah,
it's exhausting for sure. Just our first couple of months up here, everybody was dying early.
I was about to say, y'all laid the foundation back in the spring, summer. Y'all put in the work then.
Early. We were dying. So,
well, one thing that I've noticed that I absolutely love about this team and this program and this style of play is just how quickly y'all get the ball back down the court. Like other team scores. I mean, it is like not even 10 seconds. Y'all have got it back down on the opposite end of the court already, putting in the work, putting in the offense. So, I mean, that pace and that style is just so fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to go against a set defense. So you try to get down the court as quick as you can so you're not going against a set defense.
Right.
You actually look at the numbers. Offense is actually better within the first 6 to 8 seconds than it is like throughout the middle. It's actually worse. Like the later you have the ball, the worse your offense is. So it's actually you get better offense early in the shot clock. So that's why we try to push it, because we know that's where our best offense is going to come from.
That's interesting. Okay, let's talk about Reed Arena really quick. What is your favorite part about playing in Reed Arena and just the environment here at Texas A&M?
Definitely the sawing them off, yeah. That thing is really, really cool just to see at the beginning of the game. It's a little intimidating sometimes, I feel like, for the other team, but just playing for the fans. We got great fans. They're passionate. They really starting to understand what Bucky ball is, and they starting to enjoy it. So it's great that they show up for us, and we need them every night for sure.
Talking about your game and your mindset and kind of the standards you hold for yourself, what parts of your game do you take the most pride in?
Definitely my shooting. I definitely want to make sure I'm a threat on the court to shoot, just because I know it can open up for my teammates and it can help our offense tremendously the way we play. So definitely always want to make sure I'm a threat to do that. But other than that, I like in the press, I like making reads in the back line. Being in the second line, I like making reads, kind of like a safety. That's kind of how I view it. I kind of view it as like playing football sometimes, playing safety. You just kind of, the dude with the ball, you want to read his eyes and you want to read where he plan on throwing the ball and then go pick it off sometimes. So I really take pride in help defense this year, because that was something that I really struggled with throughout my whole entire career. So I wanted to make sure I was really, really good on help side defense this year.
When you got to A&M, what was your first impression of the student-athlete resources we have here, like nutrition, academic services, facility, sports medicine? And what was your general impression of all of it?
They got a lot of great academic resources. Trust me, you can always come up here and they will find something to help you. They will find someone to help you. When you can come up here and just get an essay done at night, you want to. And then also, if you come up here at night, you can get dinner too. And when you come up here midday, get lunch. Come up here in the morning, get breakfast. So it's kind of kill two birds with one stone. So it's great to have that as a resource.
And I'm also curious, how has this era of NIL impacted you personally?
I mean, definitely in a good way for sure, but also like just seeing all the drama in college basketball is kind of entertaining. But I do think they need to set some rules on it. I think even though it's been good for people and they can help their family out and stuff, I think it's also they need to have some rules with it because it's kind of out of control. So it's been cool, but they need to set some more boundaries.
Mm-hmm. And back on the academic side of things, why are you personally grateful just to be able to continue the sport that you love, for the opportunity of an athletic scholarship, and to also get a degree?
Just at a school like this, like it's a big school, so there's a lot of people you meet and just like, a lot of relationships you build, and also just getting your degree. That's one thing that both my parents did, so I would kind of feel like a failure if I didn't do the same. So just following in their footsteps.
When you reflect on your journey so far, what do you think you're most proud of?
Definitely just how I stuck with it even through the tough days. Of course, every day is not good. Kind of like upsetting things that go on, but just not quitting, sticking through it. Like last year at Kansas was a real tough year just mentally. So just like proud of myself for sticking through that and getting out of it, and then helping my team here and helping coach here. So, and then also on the good side of things, the Final Four, something that I'm proud of just for the team and everybody that was there, how it impacted their lives. So, yeah, I'm just very proud of those type things.
Mm-hmm. What do you think keeps you centered and kind of grounded, or what do you lean on when, expectations and pressure are at an all-time high, or maybe when you're going through a challenging experience?
Just knowing that, like, I've been there before to a degree. Like, I've been in pressure situations, and I've been in situations where it feels like nobody's for you and everybody's against you. And came out successful sometimes, so it doesn't always work out. But just knowing that I've been there before and just realizing, like, hey, like, you can stay calm. Like, you've seen this before. You've seen other people go through this before. So just making sure that I have it stick with me. So whenever it does happen or something does happen, I can just stay level-headed.
And thinking about the future, tell us your goals for the remainder of the season and then even long-term beyond your time at A&M.
Definitely just to get in a tournament, making a tournament run, of course. More that the expectations and the goals for this year, trying to win at the highest level. Really the goal is just to win every game we play. And if you win every game you play, everything takes care of itself. So that's really the goal, and just beyond here, just making sure that I'm helpful to other people as well. I don't want to be one of those guys who, whenever you're done playing basketball, you just don't see them no more or anything like that. I still want to help everybody I can, even people not here. I want to help other people just if they have a decision when it comes to coming here and stuff like that. I want to help influence their decision, and so that's why I feel like it's easy for me to sell this school to other people if they think about coming here.
Yeah. And then if you could give one message to the 12th man and to those supporting the Aggie men's basketball program, what would it be?
I would just say that great fan base, especially for basketball hasn't won a championship and they still show up. So that just shows you the great fan base we have, and they show up every night. They're loud and proud, and they make it a tough environment to play for us. So I think they're great.
Last question for you, Rylan. Why are you specifically proud to be an Aggie?
They're a fan base and they're a community that's, whenever you are Aggie, they're proud of you no matter if you win or lose. So they're going to be with you, and they're going to help you through the good times and also help you through the bad times. So I feel like there's a lot of great people around here that very, very caring. And it's close to my house. It's in Texas. So that's another great thing about it. Just knowing, like, a lot of these people kind of know where I'm from. If I tell them where I'm from, they're going to know where that area is. So that's big. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of my high school classmates go here. So
they probably do, yeah.
Yeah, so because back then it was always Texas or Texas A&M, one or the other. So didn't even imagine I'd be in the middle of that rivalry, but I'm glad to be on this side.
Rylan Griffen on Answering the Call podcast. Rylan, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Answering the Call. If you're enjoying the show, please rate and follow us on your podcast streaming platform of choice so you can be the first to know when a new episode drops. As always, a big thank you to our incredible podcast producer, Megan Rohde, to 12 Men Productions, and Texas A&M Athletics NIL Department. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to every donor and season ticket holder for always answering the call through loyal support of Texas A&M Athletics and our student athletes. We will be back soon with more content. Thanks, and gig 'em.